or good afternoon. It's 1:24 here, so I guess it's afternoon. So today I want to talk to you about some of the crazy questions that people have asked me since they found out I've been unschooling. So obviously there's been the typical questions like what's unschooling, what does that mean? And I did a whole video on that, and I will link that below if you want to check that out. But some of the other questions I got were, do your kids sleep all day? Like, do you wake them up? Do they wake themselves up? Like, how does that work? So to answer that question, I still wake my kids up. I try to have them up by the latest 10 o'clock. Obviously, some days they sleep in later. Some days they wake up earlier. But I like them to be up and motivated doing something by 10 a.m. Another question I got was, how do you know they're learning anything if you're not keeping track and they're not taking tests? And basically the unschooling philosophy basically means, your kid's always learning. So even though my kids are not in traditional high school, they're learning every single day. And if you follow me, you know that they're both taking three college level classes. So they're writing, they're reading, they're doing that kind of stuff anyway. We also have, like I said, conversations with them. They learn by doing, they learn by having conversations, things like that. Another question is, are you afraid that your child's going to fall behind? I know that that's a concern for some people. For me, it is not a concern. Both my kids are pretty intelligent. And they barely put any effort in while they were in high school, regular high school. They barely did homework. They didn't read for anything. Like, it was ridiculous. When we were doing the remote learning, they never did. They were like doing work for like a half hour a day, if that. So I'm not worried that they're going to fall behind. They're both pretty educated, pretty intelligent. If they do decide they want to go back to regular high school, they will be at the next level or the same level they're at now. They were when they left. So my daughter's a junior, my son's a sophomore. So if they decide to go back to regular high school next year, my daughter will be a senior and my son will be a junior. So I'm not worried about that. Other things that people have asked me now that I'm unschooling and, trying to start the homestead, people are like, oh my God, you're a hippie. What do you, you're like a tree hugger, blah, blah, blah. I am not, I don't know what you want to call a hippie. I still live a normal life. I still work. I still go to the grocery store. I still buy regular stuff. My son likes Pop-Tarts and I buy him Pop-Tarts. My daughter likes toaster strudels. I still buy her toaster strudels. I'm still having a hard time talking, and I apologize because of my tooth issue, but whatever. So we still have, live life like everyone else. We just try to live as chemical free as we can. So yes, I do make a lot of my own cleaning supplies. Yes, I make my own toothpaste. My family does not like the toothpaste that I make, so I still buy them regular toothpaste. I just buy them the fluoride free option. And now that a lot of people are becoming educated, the choices that we have are starting to get bigger. I can get fluoride-free toothpaste basically anywhere. I can get it at Dollar General. I can get it at Target, those kinds of things. So, and I know for a while I was really concerned about aluminum in my deodorant, and I was having a hard time finding deodorant with that was aluminum free. And I did a whole blog post on that, and I'll link that below. Now, a lot of companies have options for aluminum free. So right now, I'm using Dove, 100% aluminum free. So that's what I'm using now. And it seems to work pretty well. I haven't had any issues. I was breaking out a little bit with some of the other ones, but that one I haven't had any issues at all. So yes, I do make a lot of my own stuff, but I also buy a lot of stuff as well. So we're just like everyone else. You know, it's just that we want to be more independent. We don't want to rely on grocery stores and the government for things. So, you know, that's basically where we're at. My kids are doing well. I'm not concerned about them. They're just like every other teen. A lot of questions I get about socialization. How are they socializing? What are they doing? They both still have friends from school. My daughter has joined a couple of homeschooling groups, so she's been doing that kind of stuff. My son socializes, let's just be real, through his video games and his headset and going online on his Xbox. A lot of his friends are on that, so that's how he socializes. But they also socialize with people outside of their age groups, people that are younger, people that are older. We have, you know, friends that are around a lot where they have children of different ages. We just had visitors from out of town. One of them was like in his early 20s, one was in his 40s, and they sit around and they talk and they have discussions. And, you know, so I'm not worried about their socialization. They're both very talkative. Riley's a little more shy than Thomas, but they get out there, they can talk. Riley had a job for a little while, so she was getting around other people at Dunkin' Donuts. She's since quit that and doing other things right now, but I'm not really worried about that. So, you know, those are just some of the questions that I've had so far since people have found out about the unschooling. If you have any questions, you know, list them below and I'd be happy to answer. But right now we're doing good. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that our well ran dry and had a tooth pulled and all that lovely stuff. But you can go check out my Instagram page if you want to know more about that. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.